Some time ago, back in the 1940s or 50s, a white man made this statement. He said, we got all this turmoil going on between black and white. He said it's because people are not looking at it correctly. And I'm paraphrasing him.
Yes, sir.
And then he made this statement. He said, God made the Negro, only he didn't say Negro. He used the so-called N-word. Say, God made to serve white people. And he made white people to serve God. Now, if everybody just shut up and let it play out that way, everything will work just fine. He said, white people were made to serve God. And you black people were made to serve white people. And why doesn't everybody just see that? It's obvious to anybody that's got any sense. And just leave it alone. And everybody will work out. Everybody will wind up happy. He says all this foolishness about, rights and this and that. And say, God made white people. It's obvious to everybody that's got any sense. God made white people. Everywhere you see white people, you see things happening. You see things going on that should happen. You see things being built up. Everybody depends on the mind, the brains of white people. And black people, if they help white people to do the things that white people tell them to do without arguing about it, just do it. Don't think about it. Shut up about it. Everything will work out fine. And down through the years, I've heard some white people, some black people come close to saying just that too. All right? So years ago, I thought about it. I said, I'm going to look at it logically. I'm going to see, logically speaking, if what that white guy said back in the 1940s or 50s is logically correct. Because I always tell people, follow the logic. I said it sounds correct because it looks correct on the surface. It looks like that wherever white people are, black people are trying to follow them and find out and then get mad after they follow about the way they're being treated. All right? But then I said, okay, so I'm going to look at that. I'm going to look at that cold without any emotion, just cold, the way it is, because he could be correct. But I'm going to test that. So what did I test it with? I said, wait a minute. What kind of God would have people in charge of other people where you lie all the time? That's the first giveaway that I noticed that made me start thinking that what that white man said was incorrect. Because I said, wait a minute, if it's structured this way, if it was intended to be this way, why do so many white people say things that are not true? If you are ordained, you don't have to say anything that's not true. That's where the logic doesn't fit. And just on that alone, I concluded that no, what he said was just another way of justifying mistreatment of people. That's all it is.